Brothers War singles are rebounding, and some of them are at their all-time highs. Well, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Kitchen Table TCG. My name's Louie. I hope you're having yourself a fantastic day. I hope it's not as rainy around you as it is around me in West Virginia today. Today I wanted to hang out and chat with you about Brothers War singles. We're seeing Brothers War singles really moving on the market, really increasing in price. As you know, I did a mass box opening and at the beginning of this year when we saw the announcement of all the sets, I said Brothers War is going to be the set of the year. I think that's really coming true. We have the serialized cards that are pumping right now. You've got the the Transformers the Transformer cards. Be careful with those. They just kind of spoiled a secret layer. They haven't come out and said exactly what's in it, but the set seems to be doing really well, and we have all-time highs on some of the singles. Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks after release, we're starting to see all-time highs. I'm gonna read off a couple cards. Urza, what's the one? The Mythic of Urza went from $43 at pre-release prices to $20. It dropped last week. Now it's back up to $37.60. Mishra started at $24, tanked down to $12, and it is now up to $34 for the market price. Portal to Phyrexia went from $11 to $27 and is now settling out at $24. And then Titana, Voice of Gaia, started at $30, tanked all the way down to $9.50, and is now at $23. And on top of that, even some of the rares, I'm going to use one, Phyrexian Dragon Engine, it bottomed out at $3.29, and now it's on its way back up around the $4.50 range. And when we saw this set, we saw the serialized cards, we saw the Transformers things, we saw the the really cool artifacts and that kind of thing. One of the things I said is that if this set's singles start taking off, that this set could get really, really ugly in terms of value and expense really fast. And I'm starting to be on the camp that that could be the case. We have a set that has really high chase things. The singles seem to be really in demand, and people seem to want them to build out their commander decks or play, maybe there's some cards popping up in Pioneer, or maybe there's some standard stuff going on. I don't really think people really play paper standard that often. But there's cards that people are really interested in. I'm guessing mostly Commander is pushing that drive. And when you have those two mixes, a high chase rarity mixed with cards that people actually want, you have the perfect scenario for booster box prices to increase. I want to give you a couple of pieces of advice and a couple of thoughts before you go and ape into a bunch of singles or a bunch of sealed product. Number one, we don't know what the supply looks like next week. I do know, I will say, distribution is saying that they are currently out of collector boxes. They're starting to dry up on that and hold back on restocking stores. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are out. Number one, they have been known to lie about that in the past. And number two, it doesn't mean that next week they're not going to get a whole nother pallet or two from Wizards and we'll see a restock. And that's what happened with Kamigawa. We saw around this time for collector boxes in Kamigawa, they said, hey, we're out, and boxes shot up to like the $300 range, $285, $290. And I would caution you that they came out with another wave of Kamigawa. I know that you can't do that with the serialized cards, but what you can do is hold back product before you release it to distribution. So they're not reprinting it, they're just waving it out with the way that they release it. And I think that that's probably what ends up happening here. And you will see a dip in singles prices and a dip in sealed product. Now, I personally think that the dip in singles prices will be less than the dip in sealed product. And honestly, the sealed product may move up a little bit from here as well, because currently the boxes are selling at a point for stores where they are losing $1 or $2 after shipping on TCG Player. And so in order for stores to want to restock, that price will have to go up before they decide, hey, I'm going to restock on that. So I do think boxes will even out in the collector range at about $235 to $240. I think that's a safe buy up to that price point. I do think singles will we'll see a little dynamic where singles start to fluctuate in a 10 to 15% up or down. But remember that you have 2 years for this stuff. Like, Brothers War will be in print. They're still printing Kamigawa set boxes. They're still keeping that stuff in stock. Brothers War will be in print for the foreseeable future. This is not a master set that's kind of like a one wave and done. It's not one of those supplemental products like a Time Spiral where you have to FOMO in right now. You got to take a step back, and if there's a single that you want, maybe wait to see what happens with the price. Maybe wait and hold out to see if you can trade for one. Don't just like hop into this just because the prices are starting to move. But at the end of the day, this is a really, really good sign for this product. Magic needed a set that was a success, and this set seems to be a very, very large success, and that excites me. That makes me happy. It makes me excited as a store owner that I know that if I buy another 2 cases of set boxes, that my customers are going to want to open it because there's actual value there, and there's people who actually want to crack the packs open. I will also say this, the sealed environment for this product is super, super fun. We are having an absolute blast at my store, Captain's Market. We're doing a sealed league that people are really loving this time around. We did for Dominaria, they had a good time, but for Brothers War, this has been a ton of fun, and people are legitimately excited to open their next pack for the week. And they're even talking about cards in their league deck that they're like, I just can't wait till league is over so I can take that card and put it into my commander deck and have fun with it. So it's been a really great success. I think when all the negativity for Magic 30th, I really think this set is getting, glanced over, and that's, completely valid. I think that should happen. But this set I really think is getting glanced over because I do think it's a massive success. So let me know what you think about Brothers War in the comment section. Is there a single that you haven't picked up yet that you say, man, I really wish I would have picked it up at one of those lows? Or do you think the set's just, being inflated by pricing and the serialized cards? Super interested to hear your thoughts. I hope you have yourself a fantastic day, that you remember to be kind to the people around you. If you hang out at an LGS this week, remember that the people around you, that you are the only person potentially in their day that's gonna ask them, hey, how was your day? How was work today? Imagine how important that would be to them if somebody asked that question. So be kind to the people around you. Hopefully you have yourself a great day, and we'll see you again next video.